Leslie knows on both sides of the screen.
Clinton.
So I might sit down with the computer and the person.
Really cool.
Wow. Okay.
When you
And
sit
it was
down, it's
interesting.
with
Got
somebody
another perspective.
in person.
You're in person.
And
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Oh, I feel scared. I'm debating between two maps. And I also want to reveal my, I don't know if it's my underworld. I feel like it's emotional fear of performing well because I'm going to be going to Plantamore and Hobbies here. And it's like, oh, if I don't do a good job, I'm fired. And so that's happening. Also, I feel that fear. And I'm going to go. And I practice. Okay. Ah, man. Decisions. What's the map? Okay. Gonna go for the one I really want to do. So, welcome to the other side of now you know about the 6 ego states. You've all dove into this already in this life of practice that you're living, and yeah, I want to hear from you just a couple things that have landed in you about the different ego states. So there are 6, and yeah, yes. What does anyone have here about child ego state? Anything that's a distinction? Something. What does it mean to be in child ego state for you? What's your experience?
It's all about being safe and secure, being protected by the parents, and also creating chaos that is being cleaned up by someone else.
Yeah, someone else is cleaning up your mess and taking care of you and keeping you safe. Thank you. Child ego state.
I mean, it keeps me a lot in the victimness. Like someone do it for me, please.
Yeah, victimhood. Okay, some other perhaps strategies that would be living in the child ego state. Thank you, Javi. And what about if there's a child ego state, then there's a
Parent.
yes. And what are some of the qualities or the strategies of the parent ego state?
Prosecutor.
Rules.
Rescuer.
Yeah, and maybe a little more than one word, even though they're landing. And just a little more. Would you say, Oran, about the prosecutor?
Yeah, the parent is like, this is okay, this is not okay. He knows what are the moral grounds, and he judges people and makes it so people obey the moral ground.
Yes, obeying moral ground. Yes, thank you. Yes, and rules and judgments. Yes, and then there's this other, funky creature that might come around and like twist all these moral judgments and like do all this crazy maneuvering. What ego state is this?
Ursula is laughing now. So.
It's my gremlin.
Yes, go. Okay, we have a gremlin ego state happening. And what right now? What are you feeling?
Yeah,
What's happening with your gremlin ego state?
Cheeky, I know what she wants to know, and I'm also not saying it. I'm hiding. And
You're hiding. And also you already know something. So what does that make you if you already know?
I'm superior.
Yes, there's superiority.
It's in my underworld.
Yes, and there's your underworld. Yes, exactly. And okay, and then there's there's another part if you go really deep in the underworld so much that maybe you start melting to the floor. What ego state would that be?
The demon.
Yes,
ego state.
there we go. What's happening? Leslie, tell me about the demon ego state.
Yeah, the demon.
Tell us, rather, not me.
The demon is just kind of everything pulls down into the swamp and into negative experience and just turning everything into shit and evil.
Okay, yeah. So there's this like sinking into the ground and just like no like life happening. Yes, and everything's going to shit, as you said. Yes. Okay, so these are some ego states. I heard there's a couple other ones out there. Anyone coming? Any other ego states we got?
Adult ego state.
Yeah. Wow. Thank God, I forgot about that. So good. I love the adult ego state, Just kidding, it's so bad. Yeah, so, wow, you're being so neutral right now. What's happening? Are you in your adult ego state?
Yes.
Okay, would you tell us what's your experience of the adult ego state?
I'm being centered. I said the being centered isn't really adult quality.
Yes, you're centered. Anyone else? What happens to you when you're in your adult ego state?
I wouldn't know.
You don't know.
No,
He
that's my
wouldn't
grandma.
know.
Okay, you are distinguishing between your ego states. So your grandma does not know, and is there something else you have?
No, that was just no.
Okay. A no, just a clear no. Is that what you're saying, or is this your gremlin?
Well, no, yeah, I don't.
It's a real question.
It was my adult ego state. Yeah.
The no.
Yeah, the no.
Yeah, your clear, direct no. I don't want that right now. Yes, thank you. Jesse, you have anything about the adult ego state?
Well, I'm thinking of the guru ego state and also the elder ego state.
Okay, I'm
that's-
working in the PM context right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So do you have anything else about the adult ego state?
It's a state of clear neutrality and presence with what is,
Mm-hmm.
without recognizing stories as they arise, but not engaging with them,
Yes.
so that they fall away quickly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And if I'm in my adult ego state long enough, I've heard these rumors that this other ego state might sort of become present and accessible through this adult ego state. Does anyone know what that's called? This sixth ego state.
Archetypal ego state.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And will you say something about the archetypal ego state, Ursula?
It's this knowledge from the unknown, this bigger universal knowledge that can just shine through the adult ego state.
And what is this knowledge that's shining through? Like how do you experience it, or a little less abstract and a little more, you?
It's when I'm speaking from the unknown, then I don't know what I'm saying, but it might make sense. It might make even more sense than if I would try to consciously or to intellectually figure out what I could say.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyone else? Anything else about the adult, rather the archetypal ego state?
Gremlin is down below, right? Or behind.
That was not my question.
Sorry.
I want to say something about creation, because you're more in the present and less contaminated, then creation will happen more
Okay.
from the source. Yeah,
I know
from
that
a
your
source that comes
attention.
from the archetypal
I know that your attention and other people's attention is on the drawing
Okay.
while other people are speaking.
Okay. What is your coaching?
To stay with your attention with the people, and the things will come because you're going to speak about them anyways.
Okay. Yes. So keep going. Will you say that again, Javi?
Something about creation, like the
Yes.
less contaminated it is with the child, the gremlin, or the parent, then the creation comes more from the source of archetypal in the present moment.
Yeah, like it's coming like straight through, right into this archetypal. And does anyone here, has anyone have an experience in their life of this archetypal creation energy coming through you? Will you raise your hand if you've experienced this? Okay, would any of you be willing to share like one example of like what was happening or what happened as a result of this energy flowing through you?
So I'm not sure if this is mapping accurately onto PM, but it feels like the non-dual state is starting to trickle through, and that's what's being called archetypal. So like, for example, right now I can experience you as a Jacqueline, and I can also experience as the woman, like you are every woman, and I can feel that, and I can feel the timelessness of this moment. And that's how archetypal space feels to me.
Yeah, this timeless quality, yes.
Right, and
So you're feeling how she's expressing the archetypal, but she asks, how do you have an experience of that?
Right.
Well,
but-
I hear he's having experience right
Okay.
now, and that works for me, and I say thank you. And are there any other examples?
For me, there was this ecstatic dance that I was with Lisa Marie actually, and we were dancing, and there was this really small now, and we were really an adult and really playing, and I jacked into this archetypal love, and I started to feel so much love to everyone in the space, and I started to come with them, and I saw how my presence just brings this aliveness that isn't mine. It was like it was going through me, and people were lighting up, and like you could see the people that were sitting in the side and depressed the whole evening, like just by being with them and like really loving them, like how much energy comes into life, and they wanted to dance, and they wanted to be part, and they wanted to play.
Yes. So what I'm hearing is that when there's this space for the archetypal to flow through, there's these bright principles, these archetypal sort of timeless qualities that fill space. And so I heard creation from Javi, and also love and aliveness and presence, and that something perhaps bigger than even just you is now filling a space. And so this is the map of adult ego state decontamination, which is a lot of words to write, and I'm going to write them. Adult ego state decontamination. Okay, and so adult ego state decontamination is about that every person walks around, whether they are initiated or uninitiated, with some level of contamination of the, there's an A inside the A. It's my invention. So there's the adult, and through the adult you can access the archetypal. So there's a level of this adult, free and spacious, natural adult, where my impulses can come through, where I can be in neutral connection with you for creation, for the bright principles to come through. And every human being also has contamination with these different ego states. So it's not that everyone has the same amount, and depending on where you are in your path, you might have different amounts. So you might have 25% parent ego state contamination, and you might have 10% child ego state contamination, and you might have 12% demon, and gremlin and parent are gonna be in a little boat together today, and sometimes they can even mix. So ego states can also mix. So you could have, for example, your child wanting to be rescued, and then actually playing the gremlin game of low drama of victimhood coming together. So the more contamination that happens inside of your being with a different ego state, so aka the less amount of time you can actually be in the present, moving from your feelings as an adult, the less time that's happening, the more you're actually not fully present, and you're being dictated or rather contaminated by these other ego states that would squeeze the capacity for bigger archetypal forces for you to come here to live perhaps your being or your soul's purpose, for you to be of radically, ridiculously, unapologetic service to the world. And yeah, there's processes you can go through. You can actually go through an adult ego state decontamination process it can be a couple of years with a coach, where as you simply by going through the layers of emotional healing work, through emotional healing processes, through an adulthood initiations, you actually carve out more space inside of yourself. And this doesn't only even mean in the PM context. There's many different kinds of adult initiations, like vision quests. There's also possibility labs and expand the box. There's, building a building from scratch. I mean, there's so many ways you could actually go through an adulthood initiation to grow matrix in yourself, to have spaciousness, to be neutral. So Yeah. Are there any questions, comments from anyone about anything here?
Okay, I have one comment that I wanted to share before and I didn't, about a moment where I felt this archetypal creation going through me, and now you shared this vision quest, and in June, was it June? June, Isa and I did a vision quest here in Tenerife, and right after that, like, because it's something about getting like really empty of everything, and how this contamination also is like getting empty, and then after that I felt so available for everything. So then this story that I'm telling now is, I don't know if it's a legend. I feel scared to say this.
Keep going.
So we just went out, and then we just, like, first or second day, well, I started to build some part of my house like so fluent, and also with Isa we started to really fast the creativity one night, and then in only 17 days we had a slot of time to present a short film, because for this festival, and we just did it like with no doubts, like so present in 17 days, a full production of a short film, and it felt so different because we were so empty from the vision quest. So it felt like we have we have everything for doing it, and nothing stopping. There were like less blocks. So right now I say also that I'm really glad to share this. We got actually selected for the festival. It's Cine Rural Canarias here in Tenerife, La Pinachera.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
And they presented on November, and it's about el barbecho. About barbecho is when you leave a land empty, so then next year it gets more.
Comes back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Go.
Wow.
Thank you. Anything else from anyone else? What I'm writing up here is also there's a path. So there's a path that you can follow to arrive in more spaciousness and these qualities of timelessness and spaciousness and emptiness, going through adulthood initiations and adult decontamination coaching as some examples.
Some examples of the path.
Yeah, the path to decontaminating your adult ego state, so you have more access to the archetypal to flow through you, or simply to be in your adult ego state. And then you have more, really, it's about also agency to create what you want. That's not dictated by my emotions or what I want or I didn't get or this, and really, or playing, really about my capacity to take full responsibility to create my life exactly how I want it. In the here and now. So agency and responsibility. Maybe even radical responsibility. Any other things from anyone? Celebrations, discoveries, stupid questions.
You have 30 more seconds, and do you want feedback?
Yes, I have a yes. I will complete and close the space. Thank you.
Go.
I have a go about how engaging you were. You were very energetic and alive, and it felt, I didn't get bored at all. Just, not even because of the content, but because you were sharing your energy. I was enjoying being with your energy.
Thank you.
I really loved how you were engaging us and like getting the group intelligence and our feelings engaged. Like it was like a boiling pot of like shared discovery somehow, and I'm very inspired because I'm looking like I want to do that.
Thank you. I'm glad I let that be here.
It's like a beep and then a go, because you started saying this performance, and then the way you were moving at the first like 2 minutes it felt performative, but then it became your like natural way of moving, and that kept it really alive. But yeah, so then there's the go, but at the beginning it felt like like the survival strategy also, moving like a certain way.
And do you have any coaching for me about that? I
yeah.
noticed that too. Yes. I might even have a coaching for me. If you don't.
I mean, because you already said it was clear that you would start performing. So I don't know if it's maybe saying, and now I'm doing it a little bit so I can relax, and maybe to update that that note, that thing that you said, like they explicit, the way that you explicit it, to continue updating that maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure about this coaching actually.
I have something. I have a coaching which is that I felt fear, and so I handled it by having my gremlin perform, and so it's to just be with my fear, let my fear actually be my hero. Say I feel scared, or instead of performing away my fear.
Yeah, something about landing, like land into the space.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a go is you did exactly what you just said at the beginning, and that caught my attention a lot. Like you just shared your fear, the very first thing. And then I have a question about you were in your dilemma about which map to choose in front of us, and I couldn't purpose sniff why. Why?
Oh yeah, okay. I can
The
share
time
that.
is 3:52.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go very shortly. The purpose, I was before I actually started, was when I was debating.
Yeah.
And basically what I was debating was, how do I deliver the
I feel sad because I have feedback, and this is
Okay,
like
go.
you explaining
Okay,
something about like
basically, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Go.
flying or anything like that.
Okay.
Can we continue the space
By walking?
during dinner or something?
Yeah, we can walk, but you have something
wanna
now?
hear,
Is there just something right
I
now?
feel fear about the short time and your availability to listen to feedback. Are you available?
Yes, is it? Yeah,
Yes.
go. If
So
it's a short feedback, I'm a yes.
I have the same thing about mimetic speaking, like
Yeah.
long sentences. I lost you a lot in
Okay.
that. In that sense that didn't work. Big go about like playing with the drawing and really improvising. I got confused. Also, I told you the feedback in the time about like when you were giving your attention to your center attention to the drawing, and I got confused when you were like speaking about contaminations and drawing random stuff. It wasn't clear. It didn't work.
Okay.
And my coaching will be to really like check the clarity that you have about what is the distinction and how it looks in the painting, because something in the contamination and the drawing of the colors didn't work. And I sense there was a lot of time for like sharing, like, and I don't say it's good or bad, but there was a lot of time for sharing, and a lot of the space was like more of a, it wasn't like clear the purpose when people were sharing a lot of the time.
Okay.
So my coaching would be to like have clarity with yourself if that's what you want, like something about holding the space.
Go.
Okay, I feel scared, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
And you're hired.
I'm
You're
hired.
hired.
And you were.
Now I can breathe. Thank you.
Go.
I go. Yeah, Heart Gym is happening now. Very shortly in the
Oran, are
terrace.
you going or?
I will not be going.
Okay.